have it and we'll come back, and thereafter we will move on to remuneration committee. අපි remuneration committee එක පැත්තට පොඩ්ඩක් ගිහිල්ලා ඒකත් discuss කරලෙමු. We'll discuss about remuneration committee after the break for today's stuff. Okay. Welcome back, students. Write in your notebooks, remuneration committee. Remuneration committee. Write down in your notebooks, remuneration committee. Remuneration committee. Right, we will discuss about this. Students, in a, let's say, listed public company, right? We always see the agency conflict. Agency conflict කියන එක අපි හැම වෙලේම අපි දකිනවා, right? We see agency conflict. What is that agency conflict, students? Now, directors are the ones who has the ability and control of getting something out from the company in terms of remuneration. Are you agree or not? You agree with that? Right? It's the case, no? Directors have the ability to get something, let's say remuneration, bonus, allowances, whatever, out from the company without any problem. Without any problem, they can take things out from the company. So therefore, students, they have that right. But shareholders ultimately left with the peanuts dividends. Dividends bom aduine. But directors, the CEOs, they will get whatever they like because they can put it into, let's say, board meetings, board approval, get the board approval and just take them out. Take their remuneration out. But on the other hand, shareholders will find it difficult to increase their dividends. Dividend value එක වැඩි කරගන්න shareholders ට අමාරු ළමයි. Right? It's difficult for the shareholders to increase the dividends. So we always see an agency conflict. Directors have their own interest, shareholders have their own interest. So ultimately these two interests will clash with each other. May interest දෙක clash වෙනවා නේ. These interests will clash with each other. It's a problem. It is a problem. So, in a situation like this, right, remuneration of directors is of high priority and high scrutiny. Remuneration of directors, director salary, remuneration is high priority. Highly should be scrutinized. Problem is this. Now, sometimes for inefficient performance, directors may allocate their remuneration. Perform කරන්නේ නැහැ, මෙලෝ රහක් නැහැ. ඒත් remuneration එක ගනි. That can happen. Like the Sri Lankan cricket team, national cricket team. No performance at all, but they get hefty remuneration. Get my point? But if you do not remunerate good directors, හොඳ directors ට හරියට pay කරේ නැත්නම්, if you do not pay them, then what will happen? Then again there will be a problem. If you do not pay the directors properly, then there will be a problem again. හරියට directors ට ගෙව්වේ නැත්නම් එතනත් problem එකක් එනවා ළමයි. Then there will be a problem once again. Then good directors will not stay in the company. හොඳ directors ලා company එක ඇතුලේ එහෙමුණොත් ඉන්න එකක් නැහැ. So that again is a problem. So there should be a balance. Therefore, students, identifying this මේ කතාව identify කරලා, identifying this, a separate committee has been included into the board named as Remuneration Committee. The policy of remuneration is that no director should be in charge of deciding his own remuneration. See, concentrate. No director should decide his own remuneration. Directors should not decide their own remuneration. So keep in mind, I would say directors, executive directors, right? Executive directors should not decide their own remuneration. This is one golden principle of corporate governance. Executive directors or other directors should not decide their own remuneration. CEO should not decide his remuneration. Finance director, HR director, marketing director, those directors should not determine their own remuneration. Assume, students, if executive directors determine their remuneration, what would happen? Then they have the spoon, they will serve them more. Like what happens in our parliament. Parliamentary ministers have the spoon, so they will take everything for them. ඒගොල්ල හැමදේම ඒගොල්ලන්ට ගනි. So that again is a problem, students. ඒක ප්‍රශ්නයක්. It is a problem. So point number one, directors or executive directors should not decide their own remuneration. Therefore, because of this, remuneration committee consist only by non-executive directors. Keep this in mind. Remuneration committee consists of only by non-executive directors. Remuneration committee එකේ ළමයි ඉන්නේ non-executive directors ලා විතරයි. So they will determine the remuneration, the salary, allowances, okay, maybe bonus, whatever of the executive directors. So remuneration committee decides the remuneration of executive directors. Write this down in your notebooks. Make a notebook early. Write this in your notebook. when, sir, what is that question? Just to read. You can ask these questions as well, right? You can unmute your microphone. Sir, who decides non-executive director remuneration? Basically, students, non-executive director remuneration is determined by, most of the time, by the board of directors. By the shareholders at AGMs. Shareholders තමයි determine කරන්නේ non-executive director remuneration එක. It's not a remuneration kind of, it's a director fee. ඒගොල්ලන්ට දෙන්නේ director fee එකක්. It's well below what executive directors are getting. Right? Executive directors ලා ගන්න remuneration එකෙන් ගොඩාක් අඩු ප්‍රමාණයක් තමයි non-executive director ට හම්බෙන්නේ. Non-executive director is getting. Most cases, non-executive directors are being paid for the number of attendance for their board meetings. Board meetings වලට එන ගානට තමයි ගෙවන්නේ. Because non-executive directors will be directors in number of companies. Now, if you are a senior chartered accountant, you will be, let's say, a non-executive director in many companies. So, if that is the case, එහෙමනම් case එක ඔයාට ගෙවන්නේ ගොඩක් වෙලාවට board meetings වලට participate කරන වෙලාවට, so that will be determined by the shareholders most of the cases, right? Because they act as representatives of shareholder interest. That's why, right? So, remuneration committee consists purely of non-executive directors, will determine the remuneration of executive directors. Executive directors will not be taken for remuneration determination. Remuneration determine කරන්න executive directors ලව ගන්නේ නෑ ළමයි. They will not be taken for determination of remuneration. You got that? Right? So, shall we move on to our remuneration committee information in Code of Governance? Page number 13, bookmark page number 13. Page 13 එක bookmark කරගන්න ළමයි. As well as page number 45. 13 and 45. Page 13 and page 45, bookmark them. Remuneration Committee. RC, Remuneration Committee. Bookmark them. It will be useful in your exam. Right. Good. Okay, so have you bookmarked that? So page number 13. Look at page number 13, students. Remuneration procedure. See, companies should establish formal and transparent procedure for developing policy on executive remuneration and for fixing remuneration packages of individual directors. Very important, highlight this. No director should be involved in deciding his or her own remuneration. That is a principle, right? No director has to involve in deciding his or her remuneration. Then, to avoid potential conflict of interest, the board of directors should set up a remuneration committee to make recommendation to the board within agreed terms of reference of the company's framework of remuneration. These include post-employment benefits such as terminal benefits, things like that. Remuneration committee should consist, next point, point B12, should consist, highlight, exclusively of non-executive directors. That's very important, right? Remuneration committee should consist, students, exclusively of non-executive directors, with a minimum of 3 non-executive directors, of whom the majority should be independent. So, same as audit committee, exclusively non-executive directors. Executive directors should not involve in that. The chairman should be an independent non-executive director and should be appointed by the board. Board has to appoint them. The chairman and the members of the remuneration committee should be listed in annual report of each year. See, like the audit committee, this is a very important committee. So, chairman and the members of the remuneration committee has to be listed in the annual report every year. Right? See, the board as a whole, where required in the articles of association, B14, should determine the remuneration of non-executive directors. See that? Board as a whole, that means board as a whole should determine the remuneration of non-executive directors. Underline that. Board එක තමයි non-executive director remuneration එක determine කරන්න ඕනේ. So on behalf of shareholders, the board has to do, including members of the remuneration committee, within the limits set in the articles of association. Where permitted by articles, the board may delegate this responsibility to a subcommittee of the board, which might include the CEO as well. CEO in the committee. The remuneration committee should consult chairman and or CEO about its proposals relating to the remuneration of other executive directors. So remuneration committee may consult chairman or CEO. Maybe their advice, because CEO may know the performance of each executive directors. CEO දන්නවනේ executive directors like a performance එක. So they may consult the CEO as well and have access to professional services within or outside the company as well. Good? Right. So that is it. Students, executive director remuneration. අරක underline කරගන්න. Remuneration committee or non-executive director remuneration will be determined by board as a whole. Right? See this. දැන් බලන්න. What is the makeup of executive director remuneration? Executive D remuneration. What should be the makeup of executive director remuneration? Look at this. How should you pay executive directors? Students, executive directors are කොහොමද ගෙවන්න ඕන? How do you pay Sri Lanka cricketers? අපේ ලංකාවේ cricketers වලට කොහොමද ගෙවන්නේ ළමයි? Anyone knows it? Just type if you know. කොහොමද ගෙවන්නේ කියලා දන්නවනේ. පොඩි guess එකක් කරන්නකෝ. How should Sri Lankan cricketers are being paid? How is our cricketers are being paid? අපේ cricketers වලට කොහොමද ගෙවන්නේ? Are they being paid based on the performance? Are they being given an annual fixed contract and participatory allowance for each match? How do they paid? Is it a fixed contract or performance based payment that they are paid? Any guess? Yes? Contract, no? They are given an annual fixed contract. When annual fixed contract is being paid, what will happen to the performance? They know, even they do well or not, students, right? That particular contracted amount will be paid to them. Every 2-3 years, no contract will be renewed. So they know up to that time they can just survive, no? Party dala full jolly කරලා match එක නිකන් ඔය ගිහලා නිකන් passengers ලා වගේ ගිහලා ඔය ඉඳලා එනවා. But if you pay based on performance, what will happen? Then you have to always try, you have to work hard, you have to work out, you have to play, practice. That has to happen. But in a company, executive directors will not be paid like Sri Lanka cricketers. Listed company. Then what will happen? Cricketers ලාට වගේ මුන්ට ගෙවුවොත් මොකද වෙන්නේ? Executive directors. Then what happened to the cricket team will happen to listed companies as well. So in listed companies, students, remuneration has two parts. Listed company director remuneration has two parts. One side of it is a minimum fixed salary. Podi fixed salary එකක් දෙනවා. Right? A fixed salary, fixed remuneration. They will be paid a fixed remuneration. And major part, ලොකු part එකක්, major part linked to performance. Major part is linked to performance. So what? Bonus, allowance, incentives, things like that. This is what happens in a listed company. Listed company එකේ ළමයි මෙන්න මේකයි වෙන්නේ. Right? Fixed remuneration එකක් තියෙනවා part එකක්, but it's minimum part. And on the other side, major part linked to individual performance. Company performance as well as individual performance. So bonus, allowance and incentives will make up that. Okay, right? Just draw this makeup of executive remuneration. Draw this in your notebook. Okay, right. Go to page number 14 in Code of Corporate Governance. Page 14. Point B2, section B2. What is the question? Can company has two CEOs? Is that the question? Can a company has 2 CEOs? Is that the question? Did I read it correctly? Can a company has 2 CEOs? Yes, right. Very rarely, I personally feeling I have not seen, right? I have not seen. Maybe there would be, but if you create two similar positions, two simultaneous positions with equal rights, similar simultaneous positions with equal rights, what would happen? What happened? දෙන්න දෙපැත්තට අදින්න පුළුවන් නේ. එක CEO කෙනෙක් එක පැත්තට අදින්න පුළුවන්, අනිත් CEO තව පැත්තකට අදින්න පුළුවන්. So that will happen to the company. So ideally speaking, that has not, I have not seen it. We have discussed about 2 types of board structures ne. Can you remember we discussed about 2 types of board structures? What are those? Board structures දෙකක් ඉගෙන ගත්තා. මතකද? පොඩ්ඩක් මතක නම් type කරන්න බලන්න. 2 types of board structures. What are they? Anyone can remember? Anyone? ඕක තමයි අවුල. මතක නැහැ. 2 types of board structures. One is what? Unitary board structure. Unitary board structure which we see here, right? Where you see chairman, CEO. Likewise, the other one is what? 2-tier board structure. Boards දෙකක් තියෙනවා නේ. Boards දෙකක් තියෙනවා. Can you remember that? Management board and governance board. 2 boards. Remember, මතක තියාගන්න ළමයි. So, having 2 CEOs will not serve the purpose of the company, because those 2 parties will drag it to their own benefit. So, ideally what happens, you have a CEO, for him reporting there is a COO, Chief Operating Officer කෙනෙක් ඉන්නවා, Chief Information Officer, Chief Marketing Officer, Chief People Officer, right? Chief Financial Officer. They are there all whom will report to the CEO. CEO tamai the topmost employee, one CEO only, right? Everyone is reporting. Chief Operating Officer, Chief Information Officer, Chief Marketing Officer, Chief Risk Officer, Chief Financial Officer, Chief everyone, Chief Operating, everyone is reporting to CEO. CEO reporting to the board. That's how the structure developed. I don't think corporate governance is promoting 2 CEOs, right? Okay. Hopefully you got an idea, right? Idea කාව කියලා හිතනවා. Any other question? අජිත් පොඩ්ඩක් කියවන්න බලන්න. Can same person to be appointed as Can same person be appointed as the 2 subcommittee as chairperson role? Yes. No problem, no worries, right? Now, non-executive directors, independent non-executive directors, same independent non-executive director can be appointed as chairman of, let's say, remuneration committee and chairman of audit committee. So no problem with that, right? Because independent non-executive directors are a very rare material, no? එම හොයාගන්න ටිකක් අමාරුයිනේ. Somehow there will be connections. So therefore, same independent non-executive director can be appointed as the chairman of several subcommittees. No problem, right? Any other questions? Good that you guys are asking questions, right? So clear these doubts. Two types of boards. I think you have missed that, no? Right. 2 types of boards. Students, boards varga dekai, which we have discussed about 2 weeks back, right? 2 types of boards are there. In Sri Lanka, what we see, a unitary structure board. අපේ රටේ තියෙන්නේ එක board එකයි. One board. Where you have chairman and other board members. Chairman and board members ඉන්නවා and CEO is reporting to him. So, ඒකයි unitary structure of a board. But in some countries, they have 2 boards. Boards දෙකක් ඉන්නවා. One board for governance, එක board එකක් ඉන්නවා corporate governance වලට. The other board is for management of the company. 2 boards දෙකක්. Whatever unitary structure which we have here in Sri Lanka, USA, UK අපේ රටවල් වල තියෙන්නේ unitary structure. Inside the same board එකම board එකේ CEO, chairman, executive, non-executive, everyone is there. Unitary structure. එක board එකයි. Chairman, CEO, executive, non-executive, everyone is in that particular board. But in two-tier board, two boards දෙක. Boards දෙකක් තියෙනවා. Governance board is doing corporate governance. Independent non-executive directors, they are there. Then management board, inside that you find CEO, executive directors, they are. So two boards are there. Boards දෙකක්. හැබැයි ඒක ලංකාවේ නැහැ. You don't see that in Sri Lanka, but some other places it will be there. For study sake, you have to study that. Hope it is clear to you, right? Clear the just if it is clear, just let me know. Great. Likewise, ask questions, right? Then මට එකෙන් පේන්නේ ඔයගොල්ලෝ පාඩම් කරනවා, right? That means you guys are on the ball, right? In the game. Right. So, shall we talk about this more? Page 14 in your Code of Corporate Governance. See. B2. Point B2. The level and makeup of remuneration. Level and makeup of remuneration. The levels of remuneration of both executive and non-executive directors should be sufficient to attract and retain directors needed to run the business successfully. Underline that. A proportion of executive directors' remuneration should be structured to link rewards to corporate and individual performance. Likewise, we said part of the executive director remuneration should be based on what? Performance of individual as well as the business. The remuneration committee should provide the packages needed to attract and retain and motivate executive directors of the quality required, but should avoid paying more than what is necessary for this purpose. වැඩිපුර ගෙවන්න නරකයි. හැබැයි හොඳ directors ලව retain කරන්න හොඳ ගාණක් ගෙවන්න ඕන. Now very recently, yesterday or day before yesterday, the Board of Control for Cricket in India, BCCI, has released contracts, right? Amounts for players, Indian cricketers, right? Indian cricketers lagi contract issue kara. Virat Kohli has been awarded a contract of 7 crore US dollars, 7 crore Indian rupees. Indian rupees koti hatak, right? 70 million. That means in Sri Lankan terms, that is somewhere around 7 into 4, 28 crores. Lankawe සල්ලි වලින් million Sri Lanka rupees koti 28ක් per annum. Virat Kohli. That means 280 million Sri Lankan rupees. Lankawe සල්ලි වලින් Lankawe සල්ලි million 280ක්. That's the contract fee only. Apart from that, he is getting match fee, sponsorship fee, participatory fee, prizes, winning, IPL fee. Imagine the amount of money Virat Kohli is earning, right? The problem with our cricketers is, right? Our cricketers are not thinking about going to the stage of Virat Kohli. Kohli ke stage එකට ඒ level එකට යන්න හිතන්නේ නැති එකනේ. අපේ මිනිස්සුෙකුට පොඩි ගාණක් හම්බෙච්ච ගමන් ඒ ඇති කියලා හිතනවා. ඊට පස්සේ performance නැහැ. But if you go to next level, then ඔයා ටයිමට cricket ගහන්න බෑනේ. Myself and you, we can't play cricket. Only very few people, talented people will be chosen for the Sri Lanka cricket team. Ne? So they have to try for the next level. ඒගොල්ලෝ ඊළඟ level එකට try කරන්න ඕන. That's their duty, right? But our people don't do that. One of the highest players, played athletes in the world, right? Virat Kohli right now. Right, read. B21. The remuneration committee should provide the packages needed to attract, retain and motivate executive directors with sufficient quality, but should avoid paying more than necessary for this purpose. Executive director remuneration should be designed to promote long-term success of the company. Designed to promote long-term success of the company. The remuneration committee should judge where to position levels of remuneration of the company relative to other companies. It should be aware what comparable companies are paying, underline that, competitors la ගෙවන ගාන ගැනත් අවබෝධයෙන් ඉන්න ඕන. Comparable companies are paying and should take account of relative performance but should use such comparisons with caution, mindful of the risk that they can result in an increase of remuneration levels with no corresponding improvement in performance. Performance නැතුව වැඩිපුර ගෙවන්න යන්න එපා compare කරලා. Okay. Okay, good. Others read at home. And students, this performance linked bonus, executive director performance linked bonus, most companies prefer to pay that not through cash. Cash විදියට ගෙවන්න කැමති නෑ, right? Bonus එක cash විදියට ගෙවන්න කැමති නෑ. This is paid by what? Most cases, shares plus cash. Company shares us දෙනවා. Shares plus cash. Bonus is being paid as shares as well as through what? Through cash. That's how the makeup of the remuneration is determined for executive directors. Okay. එතන පොඩ්ඩක් දාගන්න. Shares plus cash කියලා දාගන්න. Okay, students, any idea of what would be the remuneration of a, let's say, Sri Lankan blue chip company CEO's remuneration? I'm referring to cash benefit, right? Cash benefit only. Cash remuneration. ඊට අමතරව දෙනවනේ නේ housing benefit, vehicles, credit cards. Apart from them, fringe benefits අයින් කළා. ඒවා අයින් කළා. What about your idea about salary survey, right? මම details දෙන්නම්. ඊට ඉස්සෙල්ලා ඔයගොල්ලෝ idea එකක් තියෙනවද කියලා? Average CEO's remuneration, cash remuneration of a Sri Lankan blue chip company. What would be the remuneration? Average CEO's remuneration. Per month. Hey guys, you know the figure exactly, right? You know the figure exactly. Yes. As per the last salary survey, remuneration survey that was done in Sri Lankan terms, right? Last year's remuneration survey, average Sri Lankan stock exchange listed blue chip company CEO has got approximately 3 million worth of cash benefit. Share market listed companies 300ක් විතර තියෙනවනේ. So average remuneration was somewhere around 3 million CEO, right? Cash benefit. Apart from that, they will be paid foreign tours or maybe, let's say, accommodation, apartment allowance, this and that, bonus, stock bonus. Apart from that, so cash benefit, monthly cash benefit is somewhere around 3 million, they say, right? So good money, no? Good money. So that's why I always say that 3 million per month means what? Let's see. මේකේ වැදගත්කම මේකයි. ඒ විදිහට හිතන්න, entrepreneurial විදිහට හිතන්න. 3 million per month, no? Add to that all other fringe benefits. අනිත් fringe benefits ටිකත් එකතු කරන්නකො. Whatever the allowance, bonus or whatever. Make it up somewhere around 4 million. 4 million කියන්නකො නිකන් අපි අඩු ස්කේල් එකේ තියලා 4 million. Multiply that by 12. ඔක වැඩි කරන්නකො 12න්. Somewhere around 48 million. So it's around 50 million. Okay? 50 million විතර එනවා. In Sri Lanka, right, annually 50 million worth of profit එකක් ගන්න. After tax profit, right? Annually 50 million after tax profit එකක් ගන්න කොච්චර investment එකක් කරන්න ඕනද ඔයා? business එකක් කරනවා නම් 50 million profit එකක් ගන්න නම් ඔයා සාමාන්‍යයෙන් කොච්චර කරන්න ඕනද? On average, students, Sri Lankan businesses giving you 5% profit margin. Net profit margin after tax. කරන්න නම් investment එක 1,000 million. If my maths is correct, right? My maths හරි නම් 5% profit margin එකක් ගන්න business එකක් කරනවා නම් 1,000 million invest කරපු business එකක් කරන්න ඕන. 1,000 million means 1 billion. Right? That's a bit difficult, no? So, one thing you can start a business and do, or else target as soon as possible for a CEO position. ඉක්මනටම CEO position එක target කරන්න පුළුවන් නැත්නම්, or else what? Or else run a business. මොකද business එකක මේ income එක ගන්න නම් ඔයා 1 billion profit එකක්වත් 1 billion investment එකක් තියෙන්න ඕන. Profit එක ගන්න. Right? So get my point, right? My point එක ඔලුවට ආවනේ. You get my point, right? Any other questions? Remuneration is a very important topic, important and very interesting topic. What would be ACA salary? Advise us, please. ACA salary. Which kind of ACA you refer to? මොන විදිහේ ACA කෙනෙක්ද ඔයා refer කරන්නේ? Is it a newly qualified one, or is it, let's say, a person who has 5 years experience, 10 years experience? ඒක පොඩ්ඩක් elaborate කරන්න බලන්න. එතකොට හරි උත්තරයක් දෙන්න. Then I give you a proper answer. ACA ලේ ඉන්න රුපියල් 25000 පඩි ගන්නත්, right? Which kind of ACA you are referring to? Is it a newly qualified, or let's say 5-year experience? Fresh ACA. Fresh ACA. Students, this is the point. Are you all interested in this? The පඩි සල්ලි ගැන කතා කරන එකට ඔයගොල්ලෝ interested කියලා? Interest නම් පොඩි yes එකක් දාන්න. මොකද නැත්නම් we are deviating from the topic, right? පට ගාලා interest. Yes. Right? පඩි සල්ලි නම් ඕන එකක්. Okay, good. Right, all like it, no? Now, ideally these things you can learn from only by myself, a person like myself, or Sankaramurthy sir or Nishant sir, kind of. You can't get this from career lecturers, right? Full-time lecturers රගෙන් ඔයාලට මේක ගන්න බෑ. because ඒගොල්ලෝ උගන්වන්න විතරයි දන්නේ, right? Okay? But industry information they don't know. If I tell you fresh ACA, the sad part of the story is about 10 years back, I qualified in chartered accountancy in the year 2010. About 11 years now, right? Then අවුරුදු 11ක් විතර. 2010 man qualify only. When I qualified, I was at the university, 3rd year. Right? So, at that time even, freshly qualified chartered accountant, we were offered somewhere around 70 to 80,000 rupees. I'm referring to about 11 years back. 70,000 to 80,000 rupees. Sad story, student, is still freshly qualified chartered accountants are offered that price. That's the I would say the sad part of the story. After 11 years, after Sri Lankan rupee has depreciated so much, when we qualified, the Sri Lankan rupee was somewhere around 132 rupees per dollar. Now it's somewhere around 200 rupees. No, 202 rupees, 202 rupees per dollar now. After so much of dollar depreciation, still 80,000 වලට settle වෙන අපේ chartered accountant freshly qualified ළමයිලා ඉන්නවා. Students, newly qualified people are there. The problem is not the amount you get paid. How you present yourself. අපි ඔකට solution එකකුත් හදාගන්න එපා. Right? Solution එකකුත් හදාගන්න එපා. We have to find out a solution. The problem is so much of accountancy people are inside the market. Market එකේ ගොඩක් accounting කට්ටිය ඉන්නවා දැන් නේ. You have CIMA people, you have ACCA guys. So when we were qualified, ACCA was not a very popular qualification. Now so much of ACCA members are there. So much of CIMA members are there. So much of CA members are there. So much of accounting graduates are there. CA Sri Lanka itself is producing hundreds of degree holders, applied accounting. So they are there. So supply is so huge. When supply is huge and when you don't see much of opportunities, then what will happen? The price will go down. Price එක අනිවාර්යෙන් අඩු වෙනවා. And the other part, the sad story, our ladies, අපේ ගෑනු ළමයි, ladies will settle for a lesser salary. මේක අපි අකමැත්තෙන් වුණත් කියන්න වෙනවා. Right? Ladies will settle for a lesser salary. කොල්ලොත් අඩු පඩියට settle වෙනවා. හැබැයි ladies ටිකක් වැඩි. And companies also know that. Company වල HR වල ඉන්නේ ඔක්කොටම වැඩිය පණ්ඩිතයෝනේ. ඒගොල්ලෝ ඒක දන්නවා. So they can offer a lesser price. Because if you say, if you can't come at 80,000, there will be a lot of other people who will join. 80ට කැමති වෙන කට්ටිය ඉන්නවා. එතනයි ප්‍රශ්නේ. So what you got to do? දැන් මේකට මොකක් හරි solution එකක් තියෙන්නත් එපයි. ඔයාලට හොඳ job එකක් තියෙන්නත් ඕන. හැබැයි වැඩි පඩියක් ගන්නත් ඕන. What you got to do, students, is, right, always, when you get your first job, පළවෙනි job එක ගත්තාට පස්සේ, right, settle for something. like market එකේ 80000ක් ගෙවද්දී ඔයාට කියන්න බෑනේ 120,000 මට ඕන කියලා. You can't say no. මට 1.20ක් දෙන්න. එහෙම කියන්න බෑනේ. දැන් මිනිස්සෙක් කියලා 80000ට job එක ගත්තොත්, what you got to do is get the job, right, 80,000 or 100,000, whatever, get the job. Once, until you get your target salary, keep changing your jobs. Because at the entry level එකේ job එක change කරාට CV එකට ලොකු බලපෑමක් නැහැ. Not much of an impact to your CV. Even if you change your job, let's say yearly, annually change කරත් ප්‍රශ්නයක් නැහැ. At least for first 5 years of your career, ඔයාගේ career එකේ පළවෙනි අවුරුදු 5 හරිහමං පඩියක් එනකම්, until you get a good salary, change your jobs. Maybe you can go to Middle East. Middle East ගියොත් එහෙම more than 1 million you can earn now. 1 million පැනලා 1.2, 1.3 million you can earn. Middle East යන්න පුළුවන්, right? You can try anything. So my advice, if you are staying in Sri Lanka, okay, whatever the current market rate for a fresh chartered accountant, 100,000 or 80,000, 100,000 or 80,000 rupees, settle there until you get your correct salary. Change the jobs. No impact to the salary, the CV. Then what happens? Then when you get that remuneration, let's say whatever your target remuneration, settle there. Then inside that business, create a brand name for you. What are the brand name එකක් හදාගන්න market එකේ, around the market. Create a brand name. Now what I am doing right now is that the mama කරන දේවල් දැකලා තියෙනවනේ. What I am doing right now. Have you all mama මේවා secrets, right? Career secrets, but with my students I am sharing. මොකද මම කැමති ඔයගොල්ලෝ කවදා හරි මාව පහු කරන් යනවට. What I am doing right now is that, students, I am now developing a brand name for my name. Now, if anyone says Nilendra Vitanage, people in the finance sector, most people will now know. CA Institute knows me, right? You students know me. People know. What I am developing is a brand name, right? My students are inviting me for webinars, right? That generates an aura around me. I am providing a service to my students. This lecturing, what I am doing here, right? It is developing my brand name. Now I will be tying up with Slit as well. Mama Slit එකත් එක්කත් ඉස්සරහට මගේ පොඩි වැඩ වගේක් තියෙනවා. So it will also develop my brand name. So when that happens, students, everyone in the industry will know me. When I go to a, let's say, HR interview or whatever, interview hari මොකක් හරි එකට ගියාම ළමයි, people know who is Nilendra Vitanage. So I have that competitive edge. So I can demand a good hefty money, right? මට හොඳ ගාණක් demand කරන්න පුළුවන්. මමත් ඕගොල්ලෝ වගේ තමයි අඩු ගාණක් අපිටත් offer කරේ ඒ කාලේ හැටියට 80,000 ද කොහෙද? Right? But still what happened? Then I developed my brand name. Now if you go to whatever my social media pages, right? My page has somewhere around 5-6,000 likes, right? මගේ page එකට තියෙනවා likes 6,000 විතර. I have a Instagram followers so much. Then I have a Facebook group that also have about 3,000 members. Then apart from that, my profile is packed with 5,000 members. So whatever I'm doing will create a brand image for me. I'm saying, right? And also I have a LinkedIn profile which has about 4,000 members. So altogether, there are about 20,000 followers for me right now. So that creates a brand image. So a lot of people are following me, keeping me as a mentor. So employers will like a person like that. Employers la කැමති එහෙම මනුස්සෙක්ට. Get my point? Right? So you also should have to do that. ළමයි ඔයගොල්ලත් ඒක කරන්න ඕන. Right? හොඳ CEOs ලා ටිකක් හොයාගන්න. LinkedIn එකේ follow කරන්න ඒගොල්ලන්ව. Maybe a top corporate personality, right? Maybe Ashok Patirage, maybe Dhammika Perra, maybe whoever, right? මන් දන්නේ නැහැ ඔයගොල්ලෝ කැමති කෙනෙක්. ඒගොල්ලව Instagram or let's say ගොඩක් කරලා LinkedIn එකේ follow කරන්න. මොනවද ඒගොල්ලන්ගේ personal branding හදාගන්න ඒගොල්ලෝ කරන්නේ? What they are doing for their personal branding. Next week I will give you a 15-minute session on personal branding, right? මම පොඩි session එකක් ඕගලන්ට කරන්නම්. Apart from that, I am planning to do some YouTube videos also on personal branding. Follow කරන්න හොඳ mentors ලව. Mentors ලව follow කරලා see what they are doing for personal branding, because ultimately it's your brand that can demand, right? ඔයාගේ brand එකට තමයි demand කරන්න පුළුවන්. Get my point, right? ඔයාගේ brand එක තමයි අන්තිමට demand කරන්නේ. So develop that. ඒක develop කරන්න. අඩු ගානකට හරි කමන්නේ employment එක ගන්න. අරගෙන ටික ටික brand name එක develop කරන්න. මොකක් හරි area එකක specialize වෙන්න. මොකක් හරි area එකක් කරන් ඒක specialize වෙන්න. Now what I have specialized was lending to SMEs, mid corporate businesses. ඒ area එක මම අරගෙන මම ඒක specialize වුණා. මාර අමාරු ඉතින් මාර කට්ටක් කෑවා ලංකාව වටේම ඇවිද්දා මිනිස්සුන්ට ලෝන් දුන්නා රයිට් මිනිස්සු ගොඩ දැම්මා. ඉතින් එහෙම කරාම ළමයි අපිටත් brand image එකක් හැදෙනවා අපි කරන වැඩ වලින් ටික කාලයක් යද්දී ඕකෙම පුළුවන් වාට හොඳට demand කරන්න. Right? Develop that. Any other questions? The reason is the supply that I told you, no? Lot of institutes are producing lot of accountancy graduates, members, so that is the reason. ඒක තමයි reason එක, right? ඒකට මගේ උත්තරේ my answer, personal branding, your brand will make you succeed. Very important. Repeat it. CFA. So what about CFA qualification? Is it worth doing CFA or Chartered England and Wales? No. If you are staying in Sri Lanka, CFA is, I don't think, having a much validity if you are not going into analytics side. Analysis side එකට යන්නේ නැත්නම් CFA වල ලොකු validity එකක් නැහැ. ඒ දාන effort එකට the amount of investment and amount of time and whatever the effort that you have to put into CFA will not give you much. මමත් ඔක හිතේ CFA කරනවාද කියලා තාමත් ඒක මගේ ඔළුවේ තියෙනවා. But still I don't think doing CFA will add much of value to me. Chartered England and Wales will be better if you are, let's say, migrating to somewhere else. The Chartered CA Sri Lanka membership is also enough for you to do. But Chartered England and Wales, if you migrate to somewhere, will be better. But the problem is not the qualification, right? Qualification නෙමෙයි ළමයි ප්‍රශ්නේ. දැන් ඔයා ඊළඟ interview එකට ගියොත්, if you go to the next interview, there will be hundreds of people with the same qualification like you or something better than you. ඔයා වගේම qualification තියෙන හරි ඔයාට වඩා qualification තියෙන මිනිස්සු ඉඳි. What has to happen? You need to know how to get that competitive edge. අර edge එක ගන්න තමයි ඔයා දැනගන්න ඕන. You get my point, right? edge එක ගන්න විදිය අන්න ඒක තමයි ඔයා develop කරන්න ඕන. Okay. Any more issues? Auditing experience is not recognized in job interviews. Very annoying. How do I say? That has some validity, but students, the point that I always tell you, don't get annoyed, because there will be hundreds of heaps of people with auditing experience. Auditing experience තියෙන මිනිස්සු ගොඩක් ඉන්නවා. ඉතින් එතකොට අර වාගේ auditing experience එකට edge එකක් නැහැ. ඒකයි ප්‍රශ්නේ. That is the issue. Nothing much, right? Nothing, anything else. Only thing, there are more people. The point I told you, mama කියපු point එක. personal branding, specialization in a particular area and become an expert in that. On the area karagena eke expert keneka. Now for me it's SME lending, right? Lending to mid corporate businesses, that thing. And I, on the other side, I am developed myself as the Sri Lanka's #1 auditing lecturer. That's what I'm doing. That's the personal branding I'm doing, students, right? Then a personal branding එක මම කරන එක, you would have seen, no, you would have sometimes connected to me in somewhere, no, in LinkedIn, no, Facebook or Instagram or wherever. I am not shouting out like anyone else. Like there are some else, no, දැන් ඔය පමණක් කට්ටිය ඉන්නවනේ, the best this lecturer that එහෙම කෑ ගහලා මම කියන එකක් නෙමෙයිනේ, right? It's not something that I am doing, the best lecturer for this, the best lecturer for this, and I'm not doing like that. What I'm saying, what I'm doing, I'm producing the results, right? ළමයි මම results produce කරනවා. For consecutive 5 times the auditing prize winner came from me. Consecutive 5 times the auditing prize winner, and overall 7 times in my previous 4 years of lecturing. අවුරුදු 4 lecturing වල prize එක එක දිගට 5 පාරක් ආවා. ඔක්කොම 7ක් තියෙනවා. ඉතින් එහෙම වුණාම brand එක develop වෙනවා ළමයි. It develops. That's the commitment that you have to put. Get my point now. If I am saying IAS Tata Bhai mama yanawa, there will be hundreds of other organizations who want to get me. Get my point? ඒක තමයි ඔයා කතා කරන්න ඕන, right? So ඒක තමයි ඔයා develop කරන්න ඕන ළමයි. Now auditing experience, maybe hundreds of people there will be there with auditing experience. Would you like me doing a webinar or let's say a session for you on personal branding? ඒ වගේක් කරොත් කැමතිද ඔයාලා? Would you like because I'm planning to do a small webinar or video on personal branding. Would you like? Just I want to see your feedback. You like it, no? Personal branding. Yes, we'll do it, right? In few weeks time, in another week or two, ඊළඟ සතිය බැරි වෙයි. සතියක් දෙකක් ගිහලා අපි පොඩි webinar එකක් කරමු, right? We'll do a small webinar on personal branding and career success. කොහොමද career එක success කරගන්න කියලා අපි we will do one. අපි පොඩි webinar එකක් කරලා අපි because that's very important, students. Ultimately it's all money, no. අවසානයේ මේ ඔක්කොම අපි කරන්නේ කීයක් හරි වැඩිපුර සල්ලි ටිකක් හම්බ කරන්නේ ethically. කාටවත් කරදරයක් නොකර, right? අපේම මහන්සියෙන් නේ. ඉන්න තැනට වඩා පොඩ්ඩක් උඩින් ඉන්නනේ අපි කැමති. ටිකක් ඉස්සරහට යන්න නේ. අපි ඉතින් පොඩි session එකක් කරමු. We will do a small session. Last part, right? Last question අපි ඊට පස්සේ අපි ආයේ topic එකට. Anything else, Ajit? තමන තියෙනවා? තරේ පල්ලෙට. ඔකෝල්. පල්ලෙට. ඔච්චරනේ. Any good opportunities in abroad that we can easily get? Easily get, but not that easily, but Middle East is the most common place that where you can get a good remuneration. Apart from that, as a fresher කෙනෙක් විදියට හොඳ ගාණක් හොයාගන්න පුළුවන් තැනක් තමයි Middle East try කරන්න. LinkedIn profile මම අර personal branding එකේදී මම ඔයාලට කියලා දෙන්නම් කොහොමද you can use your LinkedIn as your advantage, right? ඒ ටික අපි කියලා දෙන්නම්. Because ultimately මේ දේවල් මම ඉගෙන ගත්තේ බොහොම කට්ටක් කාලා, right? බැනුම් ආලා ලොක්කොන්ගේ බැනුම් ආලා එහෙම දැන් ඕගලන්ට එහෙම නේ අපි මම කට්ට ගාව කියලා ඕගොල්ලෝ කට්ට කන්න ඕනේ නෑනේ නේ. You don't have to go through the same process like me, no. So I will share my experience with you in personal branding. ඔයාලා මෙයාව දන්නවද මේ කවුද? This person, Kishu Gomez. You know Kishu Gomez, no? පොඩ්ඩක් එයාව follow කරලා බලන්න. Just follow him very එයා පොඩ්ඩක් follow කරන්න මිනිහාව Facebook එකේ වගේ පොඩ්ඩක් follow කරලා බලන්න. එයා ගැනත් පොඩ්ඩක් අවධානයෙන් ඉන්න. මම අපේ field එකෙන් එළිය, right? He is out from our field. But I want you to follow this guy as well. You know Hector Dias of D Major band එකේ Hector Dias දන්නවනේ? You know him, no? Most of you will know him, right? Hector Dias, from former Marian's band member. Now, at the age of 47, right? වයස අවුරුදු 47යි මිනිහට. Man is 47 now. he has completely turned around his career. 47න් එයා career එක turn around කරා music career එක. ඒ වගේ මිනිස්සුක පොඩ්ඩක් follow කරන්න ළමයි. Right? ඒකෙන් කියන්නේ that says how old you are doesn't matter. You can still have chance to change your career. මං ඒ ටික දාලා අපි පොඩි session එකක් කරමු අරක් ගැන, right? Personal branding and career success. What is? What is the name you said earlier? It's Kishu Gomez, right? Former Caltex CEO. The other one is Hector Dias of D Major band, right? D Major කියන band එකේ Hector Dias. අර වයසක man කෙනෙක්, වයසක නෑ දැන් කොල්ලෙක්, but 47 years of age, right? අර ඒ වගේ කට්ටිය follow කරන්න ළමයි. අර ඔය personal branding වල තියෙනවා ඔයා අඳින පළදින විදියක් තියෙනවා, right? How you dress yourself, right? How you ඔක්කොම තියෙනවා. Everything is there. Now පොඩි පොයින්ට් එකක් දෙන්නම් මේ අපිට ෂෙයා කරන්න පුළුවන් අපි එකම කට්ටියනේ. Now take myself, මම පොඩි දෙයක් කියන්නේ. I'm a bold person, right? මම කොණ්ඩේ එච්චර නැති තට්ටේ පෑදිච්ච මිනිස්සෙක්. I'm a bold person. Now imagine if I do not grow my beard, what would happen? මමගේ රැවුල වැවුවේ නැත්තම් මොකද වෙන්නේ කියලා හිතන්නකෝ. තට්ටේ උඩින් ඔළුවේ තියෙන්නේ රැවුල වැවුවේ නැත්තම් ඒතර රැවුලක් නැහනේ. Then it will impact my personality, right? So what I thought of growing my beard එක වැවුවාම අර ඔළුවේ කොණ්ඩේ නැති එක ළමයි පොඩ්ඩක් බැලන්ස් වෙලා අඩු වෙලා පේන්නේ. කොණ්ඩේ නැති එක එච්චර ලොකුවට පේන්නේ නැහැ. මොකද බලන එක්කෙනාට එකපාරටම රැවුලට තමයි මූණ යන්නේ. ඒක ඇස් දෙක යන්නේ. right? ඔය වගේ චූටි වෙනස්කම් ඕගොල්ලන්ට කරන්න පුළුවන්. පොඩි වෙනස්කම්, right? මේ ඕගොල්ලන්ගේ personal brand එක වැඩි වෙන පොඩි දේවල්. You get my point, right? මේ පොඩි දේවල්. How you dress, right? ඔයා dress කරන විදිය. අජිත් පොඩක් මම ඇඳන් ඉන්න චුට්ටක් මේක බලන්න. Now if you can see students, my top is kind of a shirt, linen, and then thereafter see how my trouser is and how my shoes are, right? Now these color matching and everything is part of your personal branding. මේවා ටිකක් කට්ට කාලා ඔයගොල්ලෝ ඉගෙන ගන්න ඕන ළමයි. හැබැයි මේවා YouTube එකේ ඔයගලන්ට ඉගෙන ගන්න පුළුවන්. මේ හැමදේම දැන් අපි යාළුවෝ හන්ද මම ඔයත් ෂෙයා කරන්නේ මම ස්ටුඩන්ට්ස් හන්ද මේවා ඔයගොල්ලන්ගේ value එකක් add වෙනවා. This will add some value to your profile. මේ චූටි දේවල්, right? මේ පොඩි දේවල්. දැන් මේ වගේ shirt එකක් අඳාම අත කොතෙන්ටද නවන්නේ, right? අත කොතෙන්ද නවන්නේ? මේ ඔක්කොම දේවල් add වෙනවා ඔයගොල්ලන්ගේ value එකට. See, right? අපි ඒක හන්දා අර ඔයගොල්ලෝ interest හන්දා, since you are interested also, we will do a small session, right, on personal branding, developing your brand image. Ultimately it will be beneficial, right? ඔයාට දැනට තියෙන තත්ත්වයට වඩා පොඩක් උඩට යන්න පුළුවන් දේවල් ටිකක් ඔළුවට එයි එකේ. Right? Good? Okay, right? It's good that students you are very well interested about this. Right. With that knowledge, go into page number 45. Page number 45. Remuneration Committee Charter. Yes, thank you. Welcome. Yes. Oh, all these things we have to somehow learn, right? මේ පොඩි දේවල්. ඒ කියන්නේ මේවා personality tips, පොඩි personality tips, right? හැබැයි මේවා චූටි දේවල් අන්තිමට ඔයාටම තමයි value එකක් add වෙන්නේ. It will add a value to you. How you treat a lady, ගෑනු කෙනෙකුට ඔයා සලකන විදිය, right? ඔයයි ඒ ගෑනු කෙනෙකුයි දොරෙන් එළියට යද්දි කොහොමද ඔයා දොර ඇරලා යාට එළියට යන්න ඉඩ දෙන්නේ, right? ඒ ඔක්කොම gentleman කෙනෙක් කියන එකේ part එකක්. Add value to you. How, as a lady, how you dress. All personal branding, lamai, right? All these are personal branding. Got it? Yes. Good. අපි කතා කරමු, right? මේ personal branding අපි පොඩි session එකක් දාමු. ඔක්කොම chartered අපි බලමු ඔයගොල්ලෝ ස්ටුඩන්ට් සොසයිටි එකත් එක්ක කතා කරලා අපි arrange කරමු පොඩි session එකක්, right? Okay, so page number 45, schedule C. C. Terms of reference for remuneration committee. Remuneration committee, terms of reference. Membership. C. The remuneration committee should be comprised of a minimum of highlight 3 non-executive directors and a majority of them shall be independent. The chairman of the committee should be highlight independent non-executive director and shall be appointed by the board. We have read that, right? The quorum of the committee, minimum number of, therefore, a meeting shall be at least 2 members. Committee එකේ meeting එක අඩුම ගානේ දෙන්නෙක්වත් ඉන්න ඕන. Secretary, the secretary of the company shall be the secretary of remuneration committee as well. Attendance by invitation. Make attendance by invitation, right? CEO member කෙනෙක් නෙමෙයි. CEO is not a member. The chief executive officer, CEO, shall be invited to attend meetings and shall be consulted on the performance and remuneration of executive directors. With regard to executive director remuneration, CEO shall be communicated always. CEO ba හැම වෙලේම communicate කරන්න ඕන. The chief executive officer will also report to the committee on significant group-wide changes in salary structures and terms and conditions affecting key managerial positions. Frequency of meetings. Meetings shall be held not less than, underline, twice a year. අවුරුදු දෙකකට සැරයක් meetings තියෙන්න ඕන. Look at page number 46. This is the important part. මෙන්න මේක තමයි important part එක, remuneration committee. Duties. The committee shall be responsible for the remuneration policy and its specific application to the CEO and develop a remuneration policy, specific application to the CEO, executive directors and general application to key management personnel below the main board. Main board එකට පල්ලෙහා ඉන්න board එකට පල්ලෙහා ඉන්න ඔක්කොටම apply වෙන විදිහේ remuneration policy එකක් develop කරන්න ඕන. Develop a remuneration policy. Responsible for number 2, the remuneration and incentive framework. Develop an incentive framework including any proposed equity incentive awards. Underline, equity incentive. Like what? Bonus in terms of shares. Shares වලින් bonus ගෙවනවා නම් අන්න ඒක. Right? Equity incentive awards including terminal benefits, pension rights for the CEO, any other executive directors and key management personnel. Right? Recommend and decisions as relevant on remuneration, all incentives, awards, equity incentives, awards, terminal benefits, pensions for CEO, other executive committee. So, all executive director, top management remuneration is determined by remuneration committee. Evaluating the performance of the CEO, management, development plans and succession planning, developer succession planning. CEO මේ CEO ගියොත් තව CEO කෙනෙක් අපි ready කරලා තියන්න ඕන. Deputy CEO. Reviewing, monitoring, evaluation of performance of key management personnel. Evaluating strategic human resource policies. Right? Effective communication with stakeholders. The service contracts available. Things like that. Take a moment, right? විනාඩියක් ගන්න ළමයි. Duties of remuneration committee. Just read that. Read duties of remuneration committee. where can we get industry PEs for stock exchange listed companies? You can get from broker reports, right? Every broker develops a report. හැම broker කෙනෙක්ම report එකක් develop කරන ළමයි broker ගෙන් ගන්න. Every broker has that industry PE ratio. Have you checked that with brokers? Broker කෙනෙක්ගෙන් check කරාද ඒක? Definitely your stock broker will have it. Industry PE. Get it from brokers. I think every broker website එකට යන ළමයි newsletters ඔයාලට download කරන්න පුළුවන්. You can download in PDF version. Download them. Industry PE ratios you can definitely get. Okay, just check. Check කරලා බලන්න. එහෙම check කරලා ඔයාලට හොයාගන්න බැරි වුණොත් මට පොඩ්ඩක් කියන්න මම පොඩ්ඩක් හොයලා දෙන්නම්. Right? ඉස්සෙල්ලා බලන්නකෝ check කරලා. Okay, just check, right? If you don't find it, let me know, right? එහෙමනම් පොඩ්ඩක් කියන්න. ඒතර මම බලලා දෙන්න. And the other thing, students, you have to maintain your fitness level as well, right? If you are an accountant, because you will feel the stress of your job when you are going up in the career ladder. Career ladder එකේ උඩට උඩට යන්න ඔයා stress එක mitigate කරන්න ඕන. So ඔයාගේ daily routine එකට හොඳ මේකක් තියාගන්න ඕන, right? It's also important. අපි personal branding එකේදී ඔය ටික කතා කරමු. We'll discuss about that. Right, so today's target we have achieved, right? Other දවසේ target එක අපි achieve කරා. We discussed about the audit committee. We discussed fully about the remuneration committee, their duties, the composition, who will be there, කවුද එකේ ඉන්නේ, right? Everything we have discussed. So students, this week, Thursday, we will have our scheduled questions class. Thursday, 10 to 12, we will have it. IS will send you the link, right? So we will discuss our questions there. In the meantime, students, people who have not joined our WhatsApp groups, right? Our WhatsApp group එකට join වුණේ නැත්නම් මට පොඩි message එකක් WhatsApp එකේ දාන්න. This is my number. So I will send you the link to our WhatsApp group, right? Any other questions, right? If you have, just let me know when I am having time, right? මට වෙලාව තියෙන විදිහට මම ඔයාලට reply එකක් දෙන්නම්. Okay, right? And the other thing, always එක දෙයයි, right? අපි හැමෝම මේ improve වෙන්න හදන්නේ නේ, everyone. මම ඇතුළේ including myself, we all want to improve. So if you want to improve, students, don't compare your life to someone else. තව එක්කෙනෙක් එක්ක ඔයාගේ life එක compare කරන්න එපා. But have role models, right? Role models තියාගන්න, mentors ලා තියාගන්න, follow කරන්න කට්ටියව. හැබැයි compare කරන්න එපා තව එක්කෙනෙක් එක්ක, because you don't know what are the opportunities he had, what are the opportunities you have. You both will be two different opportunities you had, right? Opportunities දෙකක් ඔයගලන්ට තියෙන්නේ. ඉතින් ඊයට වඩා අද improve වෙන්න බලන්න, right? Rather than yesterday, try to improve today. That's what should be your purpose, right? Okay, so good. Once again, I am wishing you all a very happy new year, right? Peaceful new year, and achieve your targets, right? And you improve always. That's what I need, right? In future chartered accountants, but I need the improvement by you all of yourself, right? So students, on Thursday we will meet up once again and we will do questions from audit committee as well as remuneration committee. Large questions we will answer together with code of corporate governance. ළමයි code of corporate governance එක මේ පාර තියාගන්න. We will refer to that. අපි ඒකට refer කරනවා අපි answers හදද්දී. Okay? Any last message? Yes, good. Welcome. You are welcome. Right, so thank you very much, students, for your participation straight after the New Year holidays. So take care, stay safe, and enjoy your time while studying. Stay safe. Take care.